one appearing in the glass. It's a fun little one. Feel free to use it. Any questions on this one before I continue? Awesome, that's 3-shot slammer. Just Red Bull myself up. I can ditch that now. That's one of my favourite little ones. Oh, onto one of my other favourites. Awesome, and we will use these again. Alrighty, now this is one I got a lot of stick for, but hey, let's have a bit of fun with it. I prefer to use a card for this, but you can use anything you want. It really doesn't matter what card it is. It could be freely selected, signed, or a business card, or whatever the heck you want. But what you're going to do is take the card and just fold it up. Now, half lengthways first is perfect, just like that. In fact, this is going to be one of those presentations when the magician says what he's doing. That usually annoys the living heck out of me. Give the people credit for understanding what you're doing in front of them. But what this lets you do, if you fold it up in a nice little V, just like this, as long as you pinch up at this little top edge, there's no way anything can get inside this card. To prove point, I'll just untangle these rubber bands now. If we take a band and just hold it in between our hands just like this, and we grab our little card, as long as I pinch up here, there's no way anything can, come on, get in there. As long as you hold that top section, alright? Now the fun thing here is, the point you have to worry about is just where the club is. If you pinch just there, it doesn't matter if you come up or down, nothing's getting out of there. And again, the band will stay in. But, if you know what you're doing, you can do this. Just let that melt out nice and slow, come on. Perfect. Again, the band is still fully intact, as is the card. That's what I call banded. Now, the first phase I do is a sort of little sucker phase. The first phase I understand is fooling no one. But again, this is just nice to get the people, or some of the more disbelievers in a bar, on your side. And basically all you're doing is folding a card in half lengthways and then just creating a little V. Alright? Now, what's going on in the back, as you say, as long as you pinch this top section here, nothing can get in or out. Now all you have to do is rotate your thumb up and let go. Now from the front, you can't really tell anything's happened. From the back, you have this nice big gap where this band can go in. So you fold it up and you say you're going to make it melt on. Okay? From the back, you're just basically hooking that card on there. As you let go, my thumb will come up and just slip that back in as I show. Now of course that bit's fooling no one. That's just to kind of suck them in onto your side. The nice part is the visual melt out. So what's going to happen here is, you're going to pinch the same spot from underneath. Just before the opening. And you're going to say, so if I pinch here, it doesn't matter if I stretch up, as I pull it up and out, and then pull down just above my thumb. And it's in the guise of saying, it doesn't matter if I pull up or down now, because my thumb's there, nothing will come out. And all I am doing is stretching it down and putting my thumb here and pinching. In fact, around here you'll see it better. Pulling my thumb down and pinching right there. And pinch. Now once you pinch there, the band will stay in at this outside edge, and you're just holding it on the outside. So nice and quick again, just so there's no questions on it. Once it's in there, pinch here. So if I have the band in there, if I pinch here, even if I pull up or down, there's no way that can come out. And it happens that quickly. Then at that point, you're just going to pull down. Now try to make this inside edge here and match up as much as you can, just before you start to rotate your upper hand down. And from the front, it'll look like it's just melting out and along. Now from the back, as soon as it gets close to that other edge, just let go with your thumb, and it'll pop out. Relatively simple, but it's a nice little throwaway effect if you want to do something with rubber bands and your business card to hand it out, or another card.
Does it matter the rubber band, just pretty much any size?
Any size, as long as it's not the big thick ones.
Gotcha.
The one thing I will say is I do have a really bad latex allergy. So the bands I use are the silicone style. I don't know where you pick these up in the UK, but it does work just as well with the latex style band. One thing I will say is they're a little bit more tacky, if that makes sense. Silicone bands are usually a bit drier, and the nice thing with the tackier one, that's the last moment.
So you got to use the lambskin condom?
Yeah, they're a nightmare, dude. a nightmare. Yes. So at the very last point, how the hell did we get there, dude? Come on, guy.
That was just a side.
Yeah. So at the very last point, once you let go here, now that happened because I'm holding it tight and pinching really, really tight. With the standard latex ones, that will just happen naturally because they're more tacky in the hold. I do prefer when that happens because it gives you a nice point here of the last little edge coming through. So if you don't have to use the silicone ones, it will give you a nicer edge. But yeah, it's a nice quick one. And again, this is one that if you have a rubber band, you can do with money, business cards, basically anything you have on you. That's banded. Oh, I should say as well, big shout out to Dan Harlan because, yeah, he was the inspiration for that one. Cheers, guys. Right, let me guess. Any questions on that one while I go change everything up?
I'm just going to mention the color. Obviously, by having it be a red rubber band opposed to like the flesh colored, it probably makes it a little bit more visual.
I usually use yellow ones, but I had none of them left, unfortunately.
Cool.
I had a bigger gig the night before, and they all get used and thrown away, which I should have been prepared for, but it's my own fault. And I am missing a deck, am I? Yes, I am. Oh no, I am just hiding it. Sorry, I do apologise. Right. This is one of my yield favourites, and it's one of my go-tos. I will need 2 volunteers for this. So who am I going to use? I will use you, sir. What's your name, bud?
Dan.
Come on up. Trust me, they'll give you a big clap. Right, I need perfect. Pleasure. If you can stand here for me.
All right.
Are you going to turn face in? Just like that. And take. Just stay there for me. And can we use? I'm joking, man. Don't stand there like that. So it's amazing what people will do when you're performing. And who are we else going to use? We will use. We'll use you again. Come on up. You're like, oh god damn it. Get your bum up here, you. Right, you're going to stand the same way as if you're facing him. Awesome. Now for this we just need 4 of these bad boys. Any 4 will do. Yes, they'll do. Now, are you familiar with the matrix routine?
Yeah.
Right, I do it slightly different. I don't do it on a table. I like to do it in hands. So I like to make you my table, basically. Have you ever been a human table before?
No.
It's enjoyable. I'm joking. Just if you can put your hands out like this, big guy. It's not enjoyable. This is going to be excruciatingly awkward for you. And you as well, big guy. Just like that. Perfect. Now what this does is it hinders some of the moves I can do, basically. It stops me being able to do any of the sliding moves or the pickup moves, because if I do a sliding move, it's going to drop. Make sense? I love you trying to save that there for me. Thank you. That was awesome. Just drop that in there. Perfect. Now what we're going to do, put your hand down slightly. I'm not a big guy. That there, slide out, and that there. Perfect. In fact, you get a choice. Say 1 or 2.
2.
2 over the second one first. All right. You had to be awkward, didn't you? Right. So the basics to this routine. Oh, you're shaking. You all right? Calm down. Breathe.
It's just being close to you, man.
Hey, see, it's a sheer sexual magnetism. If you take it and you tap, it will jump over. It's a weird sensation, isn't it? It's just nuts. Now, if that isn't amazing enough here, do you want to feel both? I'll be nice. I'll let you feel both. Watch. Ready? It'll jump. It's crazy. You can actually feel it just go. Weird. I nearly swore there, and I'm happy I stopped myself. In fact, when I'd done this originally, the people that I'd done it for said it has to be the rings. So here, I'll be fair. I will even take the ring off. Very last one. Are you ready?
Yep.
In fact, I'll be even fair on that. Make sure there's nothing on the watch either. Nothing on me. Watch. Now tell me if you feel this go. You feel it go, don't you? It's crazy. And that should leave all 4 coins over in the one hand. That is the matrix, basically.
It's marvelous.
Thank you. Have a seat, bud. You can have a seat down there. Now, again, this doesn't really matter with your watch. I just take that off for an added bit of screw you, kind of. In the UK, we are lucky. Any 10p or anything from 5p upwards made after 2011 are all steel shimmed. So they're magnetic. In the States, you aren't so lucky. I have had a few people saying they just use 4 steel shim coins that they've picked up. If you don't want to, use 4 washers. It sounds odd, just carry a couple of washers on you that will pick up